We have done a tremendous job as a chairman of television, Tajman Global TV. We have many guests always to be interviewed, and sometimes we got the precious people. They are not always available. Always not available. But you have to follow them. We have a personality, Mr. Martin. He is just working on interfaith harmony. He started his career and he started his working from Belgium, France, and then UK. And mashallah, he has done a tremendous job by delivering the good things and to deliver the positive thing to the society. Why not to talk about the work which he is doing in UK? So let's talk about his few missions which he has done, and now he's doing a wonderful job for society. Mr. Martin, thank you very much for inviting us here to your office.
It's a pleasure to have you.
And we are so happy that at least some people are working in universe who are creating harmony, love, and peace together. Mm-hmm. Because your organization theme is exactly like this. So can you tell me how this idea started and how your organization started and how it's working now?
Well, as I'm the director of the All Faith Network, which is an interfaith network comprising of different religions who want to work together to underlie, and some of the underlying principles are human rights, moral standards, ethical standards, and religions working together to find practical, actual solutions to problems that will help everybody improve their lives. And of course, it's very important that we respect each other's religion, and from our perspective there should be no problem whatsoever why religions should not work together. And we believe that any conflict that is caused is due to intolerance or discrimination or small-mindedness, and is not following the true principles of the religion itself.
Right.
So this is kind of the foundation of what the All Faith Network is, and upon those basic principles we build projects together, meetings together, working human rights forums, this kind of thing, in order to bring about a better and much more improved world.
It's definitely as the situation around the world is. The organization like you, like your organization, All Faith Network. So all different religions are available in the world. And so, somehow, I'm sorry to say, some religions are fighting each other. They are not giving the space to each other. And that's why the world has become so close up, so narrow. That's not good for the humanity.
Of course not.
So how you think that your organization can make the change?
Okay. Well, that's actually the theme of a talk I gave at the United Nations conference just before Christmas. I was at a conference that was held there, and I was speaking about this very problem. And the point is that when people misuse religion, they have some selfish goal, they utilize a religion for political purposes. There can be any range of different reasons why individuals, through self-interest and greed, use a religion to create discord. But basically, it is not the religion itself that is creating discord. It is the individual
True.
that is misusing the religion. And I think you can see that throughout history. There are many, all religions, well, I don't know about all religions, but at least many religions have misused the religious symbol and the religious purpose to create conflict, to dominate, to fail to get on with another religious group. And so I think by pointing out this basic fact and understanding it is something that is important to have to start off with. When you can do that, and when you then go to the basic principle of the religions, the core values of the religion, you will not find that the religion says,
True.
we should go to war because, you know, of this reason, or we should dominate this group, or we should put this other group down. You won't find that in the religious principles, or at least in the true heart of the religion, right? And so by bringing about an understanding and separating out the selfish greed or the political greed or the political domination purpose of that people are using religion for, and going to the values, the real values of a religion, then I think that we have a different kind of understanding of the problem. Right?
That's a very important work which your organization is doing. All face network and all face harmony, love and peace. I think so. The work which you people are doing, how you are taking the part like drug education, like human education, human violation education, or the other projects under your organization, making the people life easier, how you are making.
Right. So what we're talking about here are a number of different projects which are basically come from the founder of the Church of Scientology, Mr. L. Ron Hubbard. And there are different projects that the Church of Scientology is running. And the Church of Scientology is a part of the All Faiths Network, but it's just one of the religions in the network, of course. But some of these solutions help people to improve their lives. So there are solutions such as, it's a project called The Way to Happiness, which is a set of non-religious, and I say non-religious because it's important here, because it's not meant to favour any particular religion, but it can be agreed upon by all religions. So it's a set of moral, ethical values that we can all believe in and use as a basic. It's the same for human rights. Human rights values, as laid out in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, are again values that we can pretty much, anyway, all agree upon. And so human rights education is another campaign that we want to forward. So it's human rights education, moral ethical values education. Then we come to the great difficulties, the great scourges that are in our civilization now, drugs. You know, drugs are a terrible problem throughout the world.
Throughout the world.
So we have drug education booklets to educate people about the true value, or shall we say valueless, the true evils of drugs, to educate them about the facts, about what they do, you know, this kind of thing. There are also drug rehabilitation projects to help people get off drugs. So these are some of the key projects that we also wish to forward, and they make them available to all people so that they can use them as they need to use them. And we have many successful success stories from people who have gained better life because they start applying moral values.
Moral values.
Like criminals who have been in prison and have started applying these values. We do these projects in prisons as well.
Okay.
And they come out of prison with a renewed sense of value and respect for themselves, rather than coming out of a prison somewhat infected by the criminal culture. Values which are not moral values, of course. So if they come out of a prison with a sense of respect of themselves and moral values, then they're at least starting towards a much more honest and productive life.
That's very important work which your organization is doing that. I am now coming to my last question. Pakistani community in Great Britain is playing very effective and positive role to develop and build society on a human psychology and a human foundations. How do you think about the positive role? Yes, before a few days when I met you, you are the special guest for ILC UK in Basingstoke. How do you feel that how Pakistani community can play its very effective role regarding to create peace, harmony and love for each other and for the other nation as well?
Well, I think you're a very good example of that. No, but really, I mean, and also, the organisation, the International Human Rights Committee, that the event that we went to, it is developing these values. It is developing these values of human rights standards. And it is run, or driven, should I say, by the Pakistani community in this case. And the Pakistani community is a big community in the UK. And they put a lot of value into the culture of the UK. And so when people are forwarding, when Pakistani people in particular, but of course all people, are forwarding these values of human rights, these values of respecting culture, their own culture and all this kind of thing, then I think it's important and it shows the relevance and the respect that the Pakistani community also has and utilises in the UK.
Thank you very much. This is the interview from a gentleman, Mr. Martin, who's making the things much easier and much comfortable for the people, the other people who are living in UK. So we have that kind of people, diamond people, good people, positive and fresh air people who have a mind to develop society on a human rights and strong basis of human values. We will see you very soon with another guest, and inshallah, soon you will see Martin with a great turban, because the Pakistani community and the Asian community has decided to give him a turban as a sign of respect and regard for his services, which he is rendering to the nation, to the country, to UK, and over the